nicely. Well, thank you everyone for coming out this evening. It's certainly a lot nicer to have a picnic in August than it is in, well, I don't know, October through May, like we had this year for winter. And as Jim said, my name is Scyller Borglum, and I am running for United States Senate as a Republican. Now, historically, when you've taken on an incumbent, it's anathema. It's something that's forbidden. You simply don't do that. Well, in this day and age, politics has changed. And states like South Dakota or Oregon, it's not limited to Republican states, we have supermajorities in our parties, which means if we want to have a real steel sharpened steel kind of election, which I believe we should, then we have to shift it to the primaries because the general simply doesn't do what it was designed to do anymore. Now, I believe that I would make an excellent United States Senator for two main reasons. Number one, my first career, and number two, my second career. I was in sales for the first career, and you cannot make a living in sales if you do not like people and if they do not like you back. So that's number one. And number two is engineering. This means that I know how to read and interpret data and make long-term projections, long-term forecasts, and do my level best to take on unintended consequences. So these two careers over the history of my life have given me the opportunity to get into politics and say, look, I like you. You're people. I want to know what you have to say. I want to know your stories. I want to know what's important to you. And I want to take the best available data, the best available information, and push policy forward that keeps our country a democracy and a capitalist-based system. The socialists, and I cannot believe that we're even revisiting this conversation, but it must come back once a generation or once every other generation, because I'm listening to a book on Winston Churchill right now, and the same things that he argued against at the start of World War II are what we are arguing against right now. So I have a platform that has 3 points on it, 3 core elements, and people don't really do platforms anymore because they hold us accountable. But I believe that as your elected officials, we absolutely should be accountable. We should defend our voting records. We should defend our words. We should defend our actions. Why? Because you are sending us in good faith either to the state capitol or to the nation's capital. We are responsible to you. So what are my 3 core elements? Number 1, smaller government. Number 2, increased affordability and accessibility to health care. This does not mean Medicare for all. It does not mean that. And number 3, we have to reform our immigration issues. We need immigrants, but we need them to be legal. We need people here who want to be here and who are additive to the system, not taking away from the system. So the smaller government portion, we can do this, first of all, by, I don't know, shocker, maybe staying on budget. Is that too much to ask of our Republicans that we have in the federal office right now? We keep running an end run, and by we, I mean they. They keep doing an end run around the system and spending more and more money, and you heard Mr. Tapio reference that earlier. As for the affordable health care, for heaven's sakes, why is there not transparency? Why are my husband and I, who are comparatively fit and have no chronic issues, why are we paying tens of thousands of dollars every year for health care that we don't use? And then as for immigration, oh my goodness, are we, really, do we have to have a civ at the southern border? Are we still talking about this? Yes. Do we still have gang members showing up on tribal lands, which is a very big deal out in West River? Yes, we do. This is a problem. So when you send me to Washington, D.C., I am making this commitment right now, and I see Mr. Powers is recording it, so he can absolutely bring this back, and he can replay it for you. If I don't push it forward, if I don't act on it when I get there, you come right back and you vote me out of office. And you do it in a primary, because it means I am not upholding Republican principles. Our nation's founders, who wrote that beautiful, that gorgeous, that living document that we call the Constitution, did not, let me say that again, in bold, double underline, all caps, intend for us to elect royalty. They did not want landed gentry, an aristocracy, or people to get into office and tread water until they die. Strom Thurmond may have pulled that off. We can't afford it. We only have 3 people representing us in DC. So I get really fired up when I talk about this. This matters to me. I have 3 nieces and 1 nephew. He got in right under the wire before my sister and her husband decided their family was complete. And I want more than anything for those kids and for my spiritual goddaughters that I've had the privilege of standing up for at baptisms to inherit a country that does the same for them and affords them the same opportunities that I have had in this blessed country. My name is Scyller Borglum, and I'm running for United States Senate, and I would sure love your vote. Come ask me questions when we're all done tonight. Thank you.